Hello there. From my last video, you saw all of the plants that I purchased at the plant nursery, and I've got everything into the ground with the exception of this plant. It's going to go in a container. I don't have a container for it yet. This is a Ripsaladopsis, and that is a Kalanchoe Blasfeldiana. So I need to purchase some pots for those. I've decided I'm not putting these in the ground. So anyway, I'm going to show you what I'm doing with all of the other plants that I purchased. So I'm going to put my new Aeonium in the corner, and you can see the pot that I have right there, but I'm going to take it out of the pot and put some new soil in the ground. So let's get that plant out of the pot and get it in the ground. Okay, let's get it in the ground. Now that all of those beheaded plants are in the ground, we are going to get those stems into the ground, and I'm just going to show you where I planted them. But these are 5 remaining pots that I did not put into the ground because they weren't stretched out, and I'm going to put them someplace else, and that will be for another time. For now, let's get at those plants that I need to behead. Now that I have the Aeoniums in the ground, I'll start tackling these plants. This one I'm going to plant in the ground. So I'm going to set that one aside. Now this one, it's a little beat up looking. I think I'm just going to go ahead and behead this plant. Okay, I'm just going to cut it here. Yeah, this one's kind of sick looking. And I'll be just using them as cuttings into the ground or an arrangement. So I'm going to go ahead and twist off these so I can have a little bit of a stem. Okay, so there's that one. Do the same with this one. Now, I wish I knew the names of all of these plants, but I'm sorry, I do not. Ooh. This one I'm just going to cut here. And you know what? I'm going to stick these, all of these, the ones that I behead, I'm going to take them out of the pot, the roots, and just stick them in the ground, because sometimes you'll get little plants that'll grow up around the base. So I'm going to get rid of this here. Well, I'll show you what I'm going to do. Okay. Yeah, these are pretty rough looking. This one is. Okay. Take those off. Okay, so there's 3 plants out of this one container. Okay, so what was I going to, oh, okay. So I'm going to take the dirt out of this one. Really dry, this is. And I'm just going to go ahead and plop that in the ground. And I'll show you at another time when it starts to get growth. But first, let me show you one that I did that with and how they grow. Okay, this plant here is Sedum clavatum. And what I did, well, you can see this here, where I had cut it and I just stuck it in the ground and all these babies came up. This one too, it has babies on the side, the stick. Actually, I should cut this a little more here. But I stuck this in here, what, maybe 4 months ago or more. But look at all the growth that I have down here, and then it shot a side shoot off from the side. So that's what I do with the plants that I behead. I just go ahead and plop them in the ground, and so I probably will put all of those in the ground over here in this area or right in here, because it does get some shade, so that's good for the plant when it's first starting out here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and behead this one, and I can twist these off and I can propagate these leaves if I want. So I'll set those aside. I think I'll cut it right here and take those off. There, now I have a nice little head here. So put that there. I'm going to go ahead and loosen this up and just get the roots. Okay, now here's another one that I'll stick in the ground. All right, this one, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and behead this one too. Looks good. Okay, that's quite a few plants I got off of that one, or heads. Okay. It's very dry. Okay, I'm going to oh, that's okay, 2 separate plants here. Finish beheading these, and then I'll show you where I'm going to go ahead and plant these, so I'll be right back. This is the area where I am going to plant the cuttings. And they are going to go right down here in front of this line of plants. Maybe I can kind of swoop it out and around. We'll see how it goes. Okay, let's get planting. All right, I'm going to put the cuttings in here. My soil is pretty hard. I tried to bust it up a bit, and if I need more soil, good soil to put in there, I'll add it. But after it rains and things start to dry out, digging through this is like digging through cement. But let's start getting these in the ground and deciding what will go where. Oh. Some rocks here, and get those out of the way. Maybe I'll kind of stick it in between right there. That looks kind of good. I'm going to mix the soil oil. Okay. And as they get bigger, I can always, move them, divide them if they look like they're getting too crowded, which they, they will eventually. Okay, let's try a little different color there. Okay, I'll try this bump. Well, let's put a few of these little guys in here. Yeah. Tuck those in there. Okay. When I knock a leaf off, I just pitch it. And if it takes root, it takes root. Okay. I'll hold off on that one. Let's put another little purple one here. Okay. Let's try the bumpy one. Nope, don't want that there. You know what I think I will do? I'm going to take a cutting off a plant I have over here. There, I just took a cutting that I had on another plant that was already in the ground, because I wanted a different color to put next to it. These, I'm just going to throw them back there. Whoop. Looks good. Yeah, I guess here. Yeah. Well, hard decisions here. Oh, now that's pretty. Oh. Okay, where am I going to put this guy? I'll put him right there. This will get bigger, so. Kind of, well, now, you know what? I'm just going to switch. There. This stem is kind of curved, so I think I'm going to cut it off a little bit more. Now I'm going to throw it back here. If it roots, it roots. There we go. As long as it touches the soil, we're good. Okay. Oh, that will look good right there. That's the best thing about succulents. You can move them around. Don't like it, put it in another spot. Okay, we'll get this one in. know what? I'm not going to put it there. I'm going to start bringing them down. There we go. This one, I'm going to go ahead and put here. Oh, that looks good. Chubby guy, put right down here. Don't like it. Now set it off. Nope, don't like it there either. Too many purple blue ones. Alright, I'll go ahead and put that one there. I might call it quits on this part for now. Maybe I can stick a couple back here. Back. Stick that chubby guy there. It's just like planting a pot. Yeah, these are really beat up looking. I'll go ahead and stick one here. There we go. Oh, where am I going to put this guy? Yeah, I'll set it right back there. You can see how hard this dirt is. It's just terrible. I probably should have amended it before we ever started planting in here. All right, just a few more left in here. One more of these right here. Well, I didn't have enough to swoop it, but that's okay. Okay, now I won't be watering this for at least a week. I want them to get a chance to start to root in a little bit before I water. Otherwise, you know, they could end up dying if I water them right now. Okay, that section is finished with all of the cuttings that I had. And you can see the pit marks on this one here. That is from hail damage. Yeah, I like the way this turned out. And as I said, once they get bigger, I can move them around. Yeah, I will water this in about a week or so. I think it looks good. You can see way in the back I planted those stems that had the roots on them, and I put them in the ground and watered them in a little bit. Those are the plants that I beheaded. So some of them were kind of dried out. I let them sit too long, but if they get a plant from it, if I get a plant from it or I don't, that's fine with me. And I also put a couple of Fred Ives leaves down in there that had already started growing some roots. So we'll see what happens on that. So check back with me another time, and we'll keep an eye on these stems and see how they do. Bye.